This isn't Forerunner. It identifies as Banished.
Can you operate it?
In my sleep? Not that I sleep, but... Oh! I don't need to. It's already on its way down.
Incoming.
But what if it's a friend?
It isn't.
Halo Infinite, developed by 343 Industries for the Xbox family of consoles and PC, is every bit the fresh start the Halo franchise has been looking for. It begins by introducing fans, new and returning, to our 7-foot, 2-inch, bright green alien killing machine, going up against Atriox, the original Spartan killer who returns from Halo Wars 2. Despite a valiant effort, the Master Chief loses the fight and is cast into the void of space. But as a wise man once said,
"Folks need heroes, Chief, to give them hope. So smile. But yeah, well, we still got something to smile about."
And just when all hope seems lost, Echo 216 rescues him, and together they plot a course to liberate the beleaguered crew of the downed supercarrier, the UNSC Infinity, and take the fight back to the Banished. The story takes place a couple of years after the events of Halo 5 Guardians, and follows one main protagonist, the Master Chief. Without Cortana, he finds himself in the company of two memorable supporting characters, Echo 216, aka Fernando Esparza, your typical family man with a heart of gold, and the weapon, Master Chief's new friendly AI companion who feeds him battle data and runs interference on any and all alien constructs. On their journey, they come face to face with the Banished, who are touted as the only enemy the Covenant ever feared. Banded together, they'll have to learn to trust each other if they ever hope to make it off the artificial alien homeworld known as Halo. One of the first things you'll notice is that you've got your standard firearms ranging from kinetic to energy-based weapons. Some are returning favorites, such as the Needler and the Plasma Pistol, while others are new to the series, such as the Ravager and the Heatwave. A lot of what's on offer has had a makeover from previous titles too, some for better and some for worse, but in absentia are a lot of the classic ones from the original trilogy, such as the Brute Shot, Spiker, Plasma Rifle, and even the old school Halo 3 era SMG, just to name a few. Even the Banished are comprised mostly of brutes. This was an opportunity to see some returning favorites. Even so, I had a blast with the all new Pulse Rifle, which tears through enemy shields like a knife through butter. I wanted to like the Shock Rifle, but its slower rate of fire and shorter magazine size meant more reloading, kind of like the Skewer. I also found myself gravitating to the Battle Rifle and Assault Rifle combo to scratch that nostalgic itch, and because these two favor the short range and medium range engagements that I often found myself in. To me, the human weapons just seemed to have much more versatility than their alien counterparts.
What is it? What's down there?
A weapon.
A weapon? How many guns do you need?
If I may make a quick note, before you take on the open world, Halo Infinite summons roughly an hour of gameplay, introducing you to the game's main villain. Him, you're thinking? Well, no, it's actually his wise mentor and war chief Escherel, and somewhat of a cheeky bait and switch which saves Atriox for a potential sequel. He's still in the game, just not in the way you might expect. Escherel, together with the Harbinger, make for strange bedfellows as they intend to repair the ring, but for different reasons, each motivated by a quest for revenge. That being said, let's open the shutters and discuss this vast, breathtaking open world you'll have the pleasure of exploring, eponymously named Zeta Halo.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
As open worlds go, the Halo series is new to this type of gameplay. In fact, at the time of writing this script, co-op beta testing has just gone live, and I plan to test that when it's ready for the general public. In the meantime, you'll set out alone across what feels like miles and miles of terrain, which stretches as far as the eye can see. I had to stop and admire the initial reveal because this is the biggest Halo level ever. Look! It's even inhabited with wildlife.
Mine.
Not to mention the perennial Halo trees blanketing the plateau. In order to take back control of the ring, Weapon asks you to liberate checkpoints called Forward Operating Bases, or FOBs for short. Think of FOBs as the outposts found in the Far Cry series, except here you can call in reinforcements to aid you. All-time favorites like the Warthog and the Scorpion tank are back, but what makes these bases really special are the weapon respawns. Besides the default weapon kits, if you find and eliminate any of the 15 high-value targets scattered across the map, you'll net their unique weapon variant, which will automatically become available back at base in case you run out of ammo. That's not even the best part. Since Marines don't deplete ammo, you can trade their weapons and make them unstoppable killing machines. Believe me, it's so much fun driving around the Razorback full of Marines carrying arcane sentinel beams. The more bases you capture, the easier the game will be for you, just owing to the fact that each will function as a fast travel point, reducing the travel time to your next objective. Sadly, collecting all of them doesn't lead to a climactic all-out assault on the Banished by the end of the campaign, but at least it adds a sense of accomplishment. In order to balance all of this out, 343 introduces the Valor system, a robust way of tracking player progression by rewarding your actions with points. That means, in addition to capturing FOBs, the more story objectives you complete, UNSC squads you save, propaganda towers you destroy, and banished outposts you eliminate will all net you more Valor points, which accumulate to unlock new requisitions at your nearest FOB. The Wasp is unlocked at tier 24, for example. To be honest, it's all very subtle, and most of the time, you won't even realize you're accruing them. But it's a shame the Valor system wasn't used to feature extensive base building mechanics or visual upgrades to your FOBs as you progress through the campaign, which I hope 343 adds in a sequel. As a Halo game, this feels a lot like an expanded version of the second level of Halo Combat Evolved. It features a day and night cycle, but stops short of multiple biomes, like in Halo 3. Honestly, I didn't miss them all that much, because I figured this is only a small portion of the ring world you're inhabiting, and that's what sequels are for. Instead, we get a closer look at the stunning inner workings of the ring itself, with its hard-light bridges and gravity lifts that otherwise wouldn't fit into the natural world sitting above it.
Oh, solid ground.
Are you sure about that?
These sections essentially function as your typical Halo level, but with a boss fight at the end. What Halo Infinite gets right is that sense of discovery as you scavenge for collectibles ranging from multiplayer cosmetics, armor abilities, Spartan cores to upgrade those armor abilities, data pads, and audio logs. Some are mandatory, while others provide much welcome backstory, such as first-hand depictions of the Master Chief's heroism prior to the start of the game. Regrettably, at the time of writing, there is no mission replay feature currently implemented, which means if you miss something in the first and last levels of the story, you can't achieve 100% completion. Spartan cores, optional as they may be, become the most useful collectibles you can find, as they allow you to upgrade the Master Chief's unique abilities, adding a greater sense of replayability to the campaign. Just like Spartan abilities from Halo Reach, Halo Infinite has armor abilities like the grapple shot, overshield, threat sensor, drop wall, and thrusters that each serve radically different purposes. Overshield, or the shield core, can be upgraded to make combat more approachable, so you can soak up more damage, especially on higher difficulty levels like heroic or legendary. The threat sensor acts as a deployable device launched at the ground, so you can see enemies hiding behind cover and attack when they least expect it. The drop wall and thrusters can help when there's little to no cover on the battlefield, but I didn't use them as much as I did the grapple shot. The grapple shot is given to you right from the start of the game and is an incredible tool used to hijack vehicles and melee enemies. Outside of combat, it's used to scale mountains and can even net you collectible skulls, which modify attributes of the gameplay, allowing you to do amazing stuff like this.
Unfreaking believable.
Having played Halo Infinite on an Xbox Series X running at a native 4K 60 frames per second, it's safe to say this is the best way to experience the game outside of playing on a PC. There are so many settings you can tweak, like friend or foe colored outlines, and even weapon offsets, so the gun doesn't obstruct your field of view. In my opinion, this should be standard on all first-person shooters, and I applaud 343 for achieving this level of polish. All told, I really enjoyed my time with Halo Infinite. While the soundtrack doesn't set a new bar, the likes of which Martin O'Donnell and later Michael Salvatore together were able to achieve, it's still a refreshing take on the original Halo formula. Even after the 11 hours it took for me to complete the game, there's still plenty of things I haven't found. As for the ending, not only did it leave me feeling excited to see where the franchise will go next, it left me feeling proud to be a Halo fan. The Master Chief, weapon, and Echo 216 all end up better off than where they started. And for those who are wondering if Cortana is here, the answer is yes. Her life comes full circle in a very surprising way. If you enjoyed, don't forget to check out the original Halo trilogy and witness how it all began.
Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana.
Together you become our newfound hope. Together, you become our key to humanity's survival.